I'm Josh Apple. I'm here with Tyler Scanlon from Westfield, a two-sport star, both basketball and football. We're here on the basketball court, so that'll be our focus, but we'll talk a little bit about both. First of all, you just won a state football championship. That's pretty cool. Talk about the emotions with winning a championship.
Yeah, well, we definitely didn't do it the easy way. Triple overtime, came down to the wire. A lot of adversity throughout the season, and it was a fantastic ending to it all. We came out on top, so obviously, and we're excited. But those overtimes, those were, man, my stomach was dropping. My nerves were on edge. It was tough to get through, but once you win, it's just so much relief.
That was a Virginia 6A final championship against Oscar Smith, played at UVA. Triple overtime thriller, exciting stuff there. But now you're back on the basketball court with Westfield. Any difficulty getting back adjusted, refocusing?
Yeah, definitely the first game was getting back into basketball shape was difficult, but I think that the guys were really helpful, playing off each other, really moving the ball well, helped me get in the flow, helped some of the other football guys get in the flow. So I feel like I'm starting to get back into shape, but on the defensive end, we're still a little slow, the football guys, with our rotations and stuff, but I think we'll get back pretty soon.
And how do your experiences on the football field help translate to success on the basketball court?
It's just the toughness you learn in football, the never quit type attitude, and just trying to find a way to win, really. And that's all we did during football, and that's what we're trying to do now in basketball. Just bring that toughness and never give up.
Now, like I said, you just won a state championship in football. Last year in basketball, you guys reached the state championship but came up just short in that game. What do you guys need to do to get over the hump this year?
I think we really need to focus on the little things. Last year was a couple rebounds, a couple free throws, a couple deflections, one way or the other. And I think that's really what it comes down to. Every team can play. Every team can put the ball in the hoop. It's who can make the little things happen and who can make those plays that really don't necessarily show up in the box score but make the difference.
And despite your talent in two sports, you're committed to play at Boston basketball. Talk about what was so attractive about their program.
Yeah, well, Coach Jones laid out a really good plan for me when I went up there on my visit. The guys were really good to be around. It felt like a family, and it felt like a place where I wanted to spend 4 years. And obviously the academics were a big part of it. Leaving after 4 years with a degree like that is really going to help me going forward.
Now tell us how the recruiting process was for you. Some people really enjoy it. For some people it's stressful, so just describe how it was for you.
Yeah, I think during the process it can be stressful. It can be overwhelming, but looking back on it, there's so much to be grateful for, to have so many schools that want to talk to you. A lot of people take it for granted, but it's really awesome for athletes like us to have that opportunity.
And if you can identify one, maybe two things you're most looking forward to about playing college basketball, what would that be?
I think it's going to be upsets. I think that's something that going to a mid-major, you're going to have the opportunity to play those big-name schools. And there's nothing like going into somebody else's house and stealing one from them, especially when they're a school with a higher pedigree or whatever you want to call it. That's something I'm looking forward to, and also just being able to be dedicated to it. I think that playing football in high school was great for me. It's something I'll always be glad I did, but being able to just focus on basketball for 4 years is something I'm looking forward to.
Well, there you have it. Be on the lookout for upsets from Tyler Scanlon and Boston University in the near future. But before that happens, he still has to round out his final season with Westfield. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.